In this video, we're going to talk about the final dependency injection design pattern called the composition root. Composition root is a component that ties everything together. The composition root is a single place that is located as close as possible to the application's entry point method, which is main, and it is responsible for creating instances of dependencies, that is object composition. So in our presentation project, let's open the program class which contains our main entry point method. A composition root can be implemented either using pure dependency injection or using a dependency injection container. In pure DI, we create instances of dependencies manually. On the other hand, a DI container is a library that takes care of dependency injection for us. So it automates many of the tasks involved in dependency injection, such as object composition, lifetime management, and interception. These are referred to as the 3 dimensions of dependency injection. This video is focused on object composition, and we will talk more about lifetime management and interception later in this course. Going back to our code, we can use .NET's built-in dependency injection container to register various dependencies like so. Builder.services. Now, services is of type iService collection, which is part of .NET's dependency injection container, and we will talk more about it later. Then .add. Now don't worry about transient, scoped, or singleton. These are the service lifetimes, and we will talk about them later. Here, let's use the scoped lifetime and pass in as generic arguments book service, book service. This means that whenever a class or component declares book service as a dependency, then the dependency injection container will provide a book service object to the class or component. Now, whether the dependency injection container creates a new object of book service or supplies an existing one depends on the registered services lifetime, which we will see later. Since both the generic arguments specify the same type, we can shorten this code like so. Now recall that a book service object also needs an object of a class that implements iBook repository to be passed into its constructor. So we need to tell the dependency injection container about that as well. So we can say builder.services.addScoped of iBook repository, book repository. Now the book repository class is present in the data access layer, so we need to add a project reference to it and bring in the namespace as well. So this means that when book service or any class declares iBook repository as a dependency, then the dependency injection container needs to supply an instance of book repository into the class's constructor. So this way, at runtime, the dependency injection container can create and supply instances of dependencies such as book service and book repository, instead of our addbook.razor Blazor component having to instantiate book service and book repository dependencies as we saw in the commented section.